Hey, what's up you guys? It's the Panda Vlog and it is Tussle Tuesday number 2. Let's get started. So today on Tussle Tuesday, I actually have JD Fiddler from GetRealOfficial, and we're going to be talking about conformity. Basically, how I feel about conformity is how all these people are trying to act or be a way that they're not, it's not who they truly are. They, even like it starts in junior high and high school where kids have to try to fit in just so that way they can get, they get through school each day and trying to be something that they're not. But, if you stay true to who you are, what you do, what you believe in, everything will go fine. Because if you try to dress like, some kid over here because he's not, he's got the coolest toys and gadgets, and coolest, clothes, you're just trying to be like this person. Why aren't you trying to be who you are? I personally grew up, I didn't have the greatest things, I had elastic waistband pants, random shirts that, I got from a thrift store. Was I happy with it? I really wasn't, and I tried to be like that, and then I got to the point where I realized, I need to be myself, and so I was happy with what I had. I was happy with what I got, and, these kids, they eventually sometimes take that lifestyle and they bring it into their adulthood and trying to still be like that even in their college life. What do you think, Fiddler?
Well, I like that. I'm going to agree with you there, Panda. What I find in American society, mainly, Americans as a whole, we preserve the right to be individuals, and we go out through our daily lives and activities, and we do things that represent who we are as a person, what we like to do, how we feel, how we like to do things and get things done. But with that being said, we don't really truly live that out, because like you're talking about here with the conformity, you find a lot of people, and it's not just Americans, I'm sure it's a worldwide issue that goes on between all age groups and all societies, but mainly in the American society, you're going to find a lot of conformity because people are so wrapped up in trying to get other people to like who they are, what they're about, what they're doing. And the individualism flows into that, but then once it reaches a certain point, disperses out to where you're trying to get that to reach everybody around you, to get everybody to like you, to get everybody to want to enjoy who you are, and in turn that changes you into something that you're not, because you start trying to please everybody, and it's not possible. You start to lose track of your individuality, you become things that you're not, you start to do things that you as a person normally might not have done in the first place. And so I feel that that adds to your point of conformity with that.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and it's just not about, what you wear, the things you get, or anything that, anything you have clothing wise, or yourself as a person, or your morals. It's also things like what you get in life, like, I have to have an iPod, I have to have an iPhone, or Android, or whatever it is. Honestly, I could care less what I personally have, for a phone or an electronic device. I get what I like because I like it for my purposes and reasons. Me personally, I use an iPhone. Why do I use an iPhone? Because I find that there are things on it that I can use and utilize more. I did have an Android phone before. Yes, I enjoyed it in every way. But I feel that personally, I can use an iPhone a little bit more because it has a little bit more of availability of the things that I would personally use and how I would use it. And, it's not about, just because everyone else has an iPhone. Honestly, the whole iPhone 4S, having the iPhone 4S, I don't have that. I have an iPhone 3GS, an older one, and I'm happy with it. I'm satisfied with it. Would I like an iPhone 4S or 4? Yes, I would. I'm not going to lie about that. But I'm not going to get it because everyone else has it. I would get it because the features or anything on it are something that I would personally utilize in a heavy, factor. And so I make sure that whatever I have or I get, it's for the right reasons. It's not because, some Jim Bob person over here got it, or, because some person over here got it. I got it because I want it. I like it. It's for my reasons, my purpose. And, people need to really understand that this is where we're coming at in the world, is we're trying to please everyone. Because when you start pleasing everyone, you're starting to veer away from who you are and what you were before. You got to come back and you got to really get back to the old ways. It's kind of like people in the, like in the old days, like, with like the castles and stuff, like they had codes that they live by. You got to live by your code, by who you are. You got to go basically get your life back into your old code, who you were before all of your changes happened, and make sure that you stick to that code, that person that you used to be.
Well, at the same time, you don't want to discern change as a bad thing. Change is not always a bad thing. But what we're really trying to get at here is, I feel the point that you want to get back to is that conformity, I feel, stems from hate a lot of the time. And when people are hated, they tend to want to change their ways because nobody wants negative attention drawn to them. Nobody wants negative activity coming towards them. And we all want to be positive. We want to live happy. We don't want to have stresses that, make us, dislike a lot of the things that we like and end up disliking because of the stress, because of hate, because somebody else has something to say about what we like as an individual or what we like as a collective unit. Because conformity, it doesn't just restrict itself to the individual, it restricts itself in groups. A lot of people can be the same, a lot of people can have the same wants, needs, desires, and conformity, to want to have everybody agree with those ideals, it distorts that. And so hatred stems change in a lot of bad ways, which causes conformity, which causes us to lose track of these ideas and things that are us along the way. But at the same time, you also have to realize that you have to be able to take it with a grain of salt. You have to be able to, you have to be able to take your licks, so to speak. Things in life aren't fair all the time. Things in life aren't going to be fun all the time. Things in life aren't going to be free all the time. It's not always going to be easy. I feel a lot of people look for an easy route, and we can't have that, unfortunately. So with hate also comes success, amongst all the other attributes that it attaches to other people's lives and brings into people's lives. If you're not being hated, you're not being successful. If you're being successful, you're probably being hated. You can look at actors, historical figures, all those things. One great example, Martin Luther King. Not a lot of people agreed with those ideas that he had, and that there was a lot of people, not just in America but worldwide too, that there was a lot of negative attention focused towards Martin Luther King Jr. And look at the great things he did. And he's just one of many, many, many examples. And so I feel that that also plays into conformity.
I definitely agree. Well, that's been Tussle Tuesday. I do want to say thank you to JD Fiddler for coming and hanging out with us. And I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Google+. You want to go ahead and plug your channel out, Get Real?
Get Real Official is coming to be official this Saturday. I have a co-host, Super Panda. We're starting a show about just being real, getting out there and being who you are. That's why I was a guest speaker for this Tussle Tuesday. So we're on Facebook, Twitter, and we have an email. It's all on our website. Go and like us, subscribe. You're going to love it. We got great things to do.
All right. I will see you guys tomorrow.